What's up, Pokemon fans? Professor K here for the Pokemon Evolutionaries, and today I am here to present you with a League Challenge report. Gonna give you guys a breakdown of the deck that I used, and we're also gonna open up some winning packs as well of Ancient Origins. So it's gonna be a jam-packed video for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna mess around with a few different things here. Got new lighting, got a different camera setup. I'm gonna try to do some face cam opening, just something different for you guys. But first and foremost, I want to tell you guys that I did attend a local League Challenge last weekend. It was actually last Sunday. Took me a little while to get the video together, but I'm finally getting at it. And I took second place. I chose to play the deck that you have in front of you right here. This is a Aegislash Mega Manectric deck. Well, Mega Manectric, Aegislash, since you're using more of them. This is the deck that I chose to run, and it actually was an idea inspired by Tyler of TheMetaDeck. Oh, so be sure to go check them out over there at TheMetaDeck.com, and of course at TheMetaDeck on YouTube as well. And this is based off of his build, but it's a little bit different. I swapped out about 3 or 4 cards, I can't remember which, out of this deck, and I replaced it with stuff that I thought would make it a little bit better. He won his League Challenge. I got second place, but to be fair, I also had a couple of matchups that just weren't very favorable. So I don't know what his matchups were, but I do know that I did pretty well with it. I went, what did I go? 4-1? No, 3-1. I went 3-1 because it was a 4-round tournament, and then we had a top cut, which is something fairly new that we're kind of working with a little bit. There's a top cut, top 4 make it in, first, second, third, fourth playoff one time, and then you're playing off for first and second, and third and fourth. So I did end up finishing overall, let's see here, 6 rounds, I finished 4-2. Not too bad, not too bad. But I'm going to explain to you how this deck works. We're going to profile it first. Of course, you're going to be starting off with Mega Manectric here. Whoops, Manectric here, I should say. There you go, Manectric EX. Of course, you can use it for Overrun and Assault Laser. It's a great attacker by itself, but you really want to use Mega Manectric EX here for Turbo Ball, being able to hit for 110 damage and attaching 2 basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Now, one of the best partners is going to wall people out, and it's also going to hit for enough damage because 110 is going to only leave them with a certain amount of damage. So you can clean up everything with Aegislash EX using Slash Blast for 40 plus 20 for each metal energy attached to it. The main reason for Aegislash is because there's so much special energy that's being used these days. You can prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from each of your opponent's Pokemon that has special energy attached to it. Really, really amazing ability in this current metagame, and it saved me a lot of games as well. And Slash Blast by itself does quite a bit of damage, so it worked out really nice. Of course, you do have a non-EX attacker in the form of Heatran. I never did use the Heatran, but then again, I didn't face any safeguarders, so I didn't really have to. So this was just a card that I threw away a lot of. But Steel Drop, 40 damage plus 40 more for a Stadium in play, double colorless and a metal energy, and of course Steam Blast, 130 and discard an energy attached to the Pokemon. Both solid attacks in and of themselves. I do play 2 Shaman in the deck as well for the setup ability, just be able to draw some cards and get what I need. And the final Pokemon in the deck is Jinx. The only reason Jinx is here is for Victory Kiss. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may heal 10 damage from your active Pokemon. It may not sound like a lot, but when you combine it with Rough Seas for Mega Manectric, healing 30 damage per turn from your electric or water Pokemon, you're doing 40 damage healing off of Mega Manectric. So it's pretty solid. Let's see here. The supporter lineup is pretty standard for the draw supporters. You got 4 Sycamore and 3, it was 3N, I believe, yeah, 3N. We also have a single copy of, here it goes, Skyla. So we can search out our Manectric Spirit Links if we need to, or whatever else we might need. We also have 1 copy of Pokemon Center Lady to heal 60 damage. So if you can play a Center Lady, a Rough Seas, and a Jinx, you're healing 100 damage in 1 turn. That's pretty strong. I mean, it's hard to knock something out that's got 210 HP when you're constantly healing away from it. There's 2 copies of Lysander to bring up whatever we want into the active position, a single copy of Colress, and also a single copy of AZ, being able to pick up a Shaman that we don't want to get knocked out, or you can pick up a Manectric that is about to die that you just don't want to get knocked out. You can pick up an Aegislash if you really wanted to. You know, it depends on how you want to use it. You can go either way on that. You also play 3 copies of VS Seeker, being able to put a supporter card into our hand from the discard pile, being able to reuse these 1-ofs and 2-ofs like Lysander, AZ, Pokemon Center Lady, or you can reuse Skyla, Sycamore, and whatever, it doesn't even matter. You can use any supporter that you want. This deck does play 1 single copy of Muscle Band, and it's strictly for Aegislash, just to do a little bit of extra damage, or you can attach it to Heatran if you really wanted to. This is where I made some changes. The other list didn't have Battle Compressor in it, and I didn't really see why, other than the fact that it was a very tight list. So I added in 2 copies of Battle Compressor, and I'm really glad that I did. There was a 1/1 line of Ninetales to lock in the Stadium Rough Seas, but I didn't see it as viable enough to continue it in the deck. So I put in 2 copies of Battle Compressor, and it added quite a bit of consistency to the deck, so I'm really happy I did that. We do have 1 copy of Computer Search as the ace spec, being able to discard 2 cards from our hand and get 1 out of the deck. We also have 2 copies of Energy Switch to add damage to Aegislash. We can really start hitting hard if we needed to. And we also have 1 copy of Escape Rope, being able to switch your opponents and your own Pokemon. Of course, they get to pick what they want to put up, but you can get something out of the active that you may not necessarily want to be there. We also play a single copy of Switch for the same reasons, being able to get ourselves out of the active, because let's face it, Aegislash EX has a 3 retreat cost, and yeah, discarding the energy is not such a bad thing because we can get it back with Mega Manectric, but sometimes you just can't do that, or you don't want to do that. Not to mention, too, we have Heat Train here with a 3 retreat cost as well, and you don't want to sacrifice a Jinx or an energy if you don't have to, so it just works to get yourself out of the active position. We also play a single copy of Professor's Letter, because this deck is all about basic energy, so it only makes sense to put something into the deck that's going to get you into that basic energy a little bit easier. We also have 1 copy of Max Potion, because getting rid of energy off of Mega Manectric is not a big deal. You're only getting rid of 2, and if you already have another one powered up on the bench, you can just Turbo Volt it right back onto the Mega Manectric that you chose to heal the damage from. So it's not so bad either. We do play 4 copies of Ultra Ball, being able to discard 2 cards from our hand in order to get a Pokemon. You can get a Shaman, Manectric, whatever you want, it doesn't matter. You can get whatever you like out of the deck. So that pretty much explains all of the deck except for the fact that we play 5 of our Lightning Energy, and we play 6 Metal Energy as well. The deck has quite a bit of synergy, being able to Turbo Bolt and accelerate the energy onto the Aegislash, and of course the healing from Jinx, Pokemon Center Lady, and Rough Seas. It makes it a very tough deck to deal with damage-wise, and it's not exactly a slow deck either. Turbo Bolt is a pretty quick attack, and you're able to get to it quickly as long as you can burn through enough cards to get into what you need. You can use Shaman to accelerate your hand size, your draw capabilities. You've got Skyla to get your Spirit Link if you have to, and Turbo Bolt in and of itself is a really good attack. And like I said, Manectric EX for 2 energy also does Assault Laser for 120 damage if there's a tool attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's really powerful, plus Overrun is good against Night March, being able to hit for 20 and 20. So, I mean, it's a solid deck. The matchups that I had were pretty difficult. I'm not going to lie, they were pretty difficult. I faced a fighting deck in round 1. It was actually a Machamp Maxi deck. I never did see the Machamps, but it still had Hawlucha, Landorus EX, and Baby Landorus, which are very difficult to deal with because Mega Manectric is weak to fighting. But I did manage to pull off the win on turn 3 of time. I managed to pull off the win and won that first game. Then I played probably the best matchup that I could have hoped for, which was Yveltal Seismitoad. We got Weakness, and we've got Mighty Shield. DCE can't do any damage, so Seismitoad couldn't do any damage to me. Yeah, of course, he blocks the items, but no damage, so there's not really a lot that they can do there. And Mega Manectric 2 shots a Seismitoad with almost 0 problems. So that game was won really, really easily. I want to say I only ended up with 20 total damage on the board after healing off from Jinx and Rough Seas and Pokemon Center Lady. It was pretty crazy to take all 6 prizes and only have 20 damage on my board. Game 3 was against a Metal Rayquaza deck. That's probably the toughest match that this deck has. The problem with it is that the Metal Rayquaza decks are now running Dragon-type Rayquaza first. So they don't have as much threat coming to them from Manectric because they're not weak anymore. So it's a matter of who sets up first. And this time I did not set up quick enough. I did lose that match, and it was pretty drastic how I lost it. I believe it was 6 prizes to 4 that were taken. I was left with 4 prizes, so I took 2 prizes, he took all 6. It was pretty bad. Round number 4 was against a Night March deck. It was against Night March Flareon, to be exact, so I pretty much walled it out with Aegislash. I started with Aegislash. I just kept passing the turn because he couldn't do any damage to me. And by the time he put enough energy on a Mew, basic energy, to be able to use Night March against me, I was able to knock it out with 1 shot on Aegislash using Slash Blast for 40, and I had 3 Metal Energies attached to it, so 60, 80, 100, and a Muscle Band was 120. And from there on, I just walled out the game and just Slash Blast after Slash Blast after Slash Blast for the win. Won that one 3-1. In Top Cut, I faced a Seismitoad Garbodor deck, which I was a little nervous about because Garb shuts down my Mighty Shield, and it also shuts down my Victory Kiss, and it also shuts down my setup. So it was a really difficult match, and I almost didn't win it, but I did manage to... Oh, he also had an Yveltal in there as well, but he didn't play it, so I didn't know it until late in the game. The only reason I was able to win was being able to Lysander a Yveltal EX off of the bench and knocking it out with one shot using Turbo Bolt, but it was a really close match. Game number 3 was another, or game number 3, game number 6 was a Night March Empoleon deck. I was having a lot of problems setting up, a lot of problems, and he also ran a lot of basic energy because of the fact that he had Empoleon. So there really wasn't much that I could do. I was just kind of like stuck, and you know, what do you do when you can't set up and you can't get your Aegislash going, and you can't get your Mega Manectric going? There's just not a whole lot you can do. He just overwhelmed me. That's all there was to it. And I think it was like 6 prizes to 2 that were taken. He took 6, I took 2, just like in the matchup versus Metal Ray. So, like I said, it was a tough match, but overall, I'm really happy to get second place. Second place did win 6 packs of Ancient Origins. We're going to get to that here in just a second. I'm going to get everything set up, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back, and we have 6 packs of Ancient Origins. As you can see here, as I said before, we've got 3 Hoopa packs, 2 of the Mega Tyranitar packs, and 1 of the shiny Mega Rayquaza. So we're going to get things going here, and since we have 3 Hoopa, I think we're going to go 3, we'll go 1 Hoopa, 1 Tyranitar, 1 Rayquaza, Hoopa, Tyranitar, and Hoopa. Alright, let's get this going here. Like I said, this is a little bit different for you guys. Hopefully you guys like this kind of style of opening. I know a couple of other PokeTubers out there that do it this way. It's a little more inconvenient for me to do it this way, but if I've got the time, like I do today, miraculously, to do it, I don't mind so much. So we're going to get it going, and hopefully we'll have some good stuff for you guys in just a second. Alright, so our first card here, we're going to be looking at a Porygon. Very nice, very nice. We got a Golurk. Spinarak, very playable for Ariados. Of course, you're going to need that. We've got a Larvesta, Magikarp, Faded Town, Whimsicott, Paint Roller. Reverse Holo is a Blossom. That is a common, which is weird because it's a... Wait a minute. No, it's an uncommon. Why did I say that? Still, it's a Stage 2. It's really weird to see an uncommon as a Stage 2. I don't get it. And we've got a Golurk, non-holo rare, but with that dual type ability. As long as Pokemon is fighting, or as long as this Pokemon is in play, it is Psychic and Fighting, so it does actually negate that resistance when it tries to do damage to itself. Really cool card. I think it's going to work out really well, especially because it's a Stage 1. You can play with Evolutions and hit for weakness as well. Alright, next pack here, we've got the Mega Tyranitar pack up next. Rada, and all that good stuff that N would normally say if he was here. So I'll step up to the plate, I guess, and go ahead and show you guys what is in this pack of Ancient Origins. Mega Tyranitar packs have been quite good to us, so let's see if that trend continues. We've got a Beldum. Well, I guess I'll just throw it over there somewhere. Got a Goomy, Inkay, Baltoy, Persian, that common Stage 1. I don't get it. Vaporeon, Sliggoo, Tyranitar Spirit Link, Eco Arm is our reverse trainer, and we have, oh, wow, very nice. We've got a Tyranitar EX. Oh, baby, that's what I'm talking about right there. I'm not looking up like I'm supposed to be because I'm not used to being on face cam, but wow, what an amazing pull. That is awesome right there. Very, very cool. Now, I think I have enough to actually build the deck with, so that's awesome. We're going to go with our next pack here, which is the shiny Mega Rayquaza pack. I've really been wanting to build Mega Tyranitar. I really want to build Mega Sceptile too. But as of right now, I don't have enough Sceptile. Like, I had to trade to get a Sceptile EX, and I actually had to buy a Sceptile EX Full Art, which I've never had to do before. Just nobody has it for trade. It's kind of ridiculous. So I have those two, but it's not enough for the deck. Alright, so without further ado, we've got an Inkay, Magikarp, Garp, Wooper, another Goomy, Malamar, that another common Stage 1. So weird in this set, I'm telling you. It's so strange to see that. We've got an Eco Arm, Dangerous Energy. Hey, there goes with the Tyranitar. We've got a Curlia. Reverse Holo is an Oddish. And we've got a Registeel, non-holo rare. Alright, so we're halfway through the opening so far, and we've done pretty well with that Tyranitar EX over there. We're going to open up a Hoopa pack up next. That is the other one. I don't see a lot of Hoopa packs for some reason. It seems like a lot of the packs we opened were either Rayquaza packs or they were Mega Tyranitar packs. So kind of strange, but anyways, we've got another Goomy, so we've got a lot of Goomy. Beldum, unknown, very playable. We've got a Baltoy, Cottony, Sableye, Kirlia, Energy Recycler. Reverse Holo is a Combi, very nice, because you know the Vespiquen decks are going to be a thing, and it is powerful, let me tell you. And we've got a Regice, non-holo rare. So we got back-to-back Regis with the Registeel and the Regice. Not bad, not bad. Nice and playable, of course, with that attack resistance Blizzard. It's really good against EXs, now that we don't have any more safeguarders other than the, was it the Beautifly, I think? That becomes a safeguard Pokemon at Stage 2, which is good for Giant Plant Forest, I suppose. So next pack here, we've got another Mega Tyranitar pack. So if the Mega Tyranitar has been as good to us as it has been lately, maybe, just maybe, we might have something good in this pack as well, if the trend holds the way that it has been so far. Alright guys, here we go. We've got an Inkay, Golurk, Porygon, Baragon, Relicanth, Persian, another one, Ace Trainer, Gloom, Sceptile Spirit Link, Reverse Holo Hex Maniac, nice, very nice, and a Gyarados, non-holo rare with the Berserker Splash and Aqua Tail. Yeah, got a little tongue-tied there. Alright guys, final pack that we have here is this Hoopa pack, our final Ancient Origins pack for this opening, and the last one of the second place finishing winnings from the League Challenge. What shall we pull out of the final pack? Will there be last pack magic? Let's find out. We've got Larvesta, I set it up there this time, Malamar, Combi, Giggity Giggity, Meowth, Porygon 2, Paragon 2, Rotom, Lucky Helmet, Reverse Holo is a Golett, and we've got a Regirock. Wow, did we really just do that? I think we got all three Regis, and they're all rares in the set, so that's even more amazing. Yeah, there's a Regi, there's a Regi, and there's a Regi. Wow, out of 6 packs, we pulled all 3 Regis. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of weird. But there's the star of the show right there. We pulled the Tyranitar EX. Nice and powerful. Very good for, well, nothing but evolving into Mega Tyranitar, unfortunately. Those attacks aren't going to get you anywhere, but still really awesome to pull. That gives us enough for the deck, so I will be dealing with that sometime in the near future, hopefully for you guys, so you guys can see how the deck works and how it's built. Alright, that is it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of opening and League Challenge report style thing. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section down below what you think. If you think the lighting's better or if there's more that needs to be done. I know I look a little pale because of how it sits, but this is the best I could do. My computer's like in a far corner, so this is about the best that I could do with it. Other than that, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below if you got anything you'd like to say, and of course subscribe for more TCG content. Always welcome new subscribers. We're getting really, really close to 9,000. If that's a hint for something, I guess you guys will have to wait and see. So anyways guys, until next time, I'm Professor K for the Pokemon Evolutionaries.